A rivalry that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the USC Trojans. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Now here's Carr. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Carr dumps it to the back. Lets it fly. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I think one of the reasons this offense is so dynamic in the passing game is they've got multiple receivers that can hurt you throwing it. First play of the game, they get a first down throwing it to one receiver. And now on the second play, they get another first down throwing it to a different guy. As a defense, you don't know which guy to double cover. This is going to be a real cat and mouse game for the rest of this one.
So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
Well, you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Throwing, Carr runs through a tackle. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, trying to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Here comes the heat. Got the quick pass. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Powers through the defender. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the... He made him pay.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Still looking to his right. Throwing on the run. Out wide right, it's Bowman. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Running the red zone, it's Miller. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, USC! First score of the game goes up. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
A great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Got there right as the ball did, jarring it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Going long. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Changing the routes with his receiver. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Maeva. Right down the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
See some running room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Carr. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking for the marker. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that 4th down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a 1st down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quick give. It's Jordan. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Second and long here.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's going to run it. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Moves the pocket. It's Mayaba. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here come the Irish back on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Throwing, Carr. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
From the gun on third down, Carr. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
On the return. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with it.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The give is to Williams. They put the brakes on it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
The screen, he can go. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to field this one. No room to bring it back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Takes the handoff and he's going right. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The screen, and watch out. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads it left. It's caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That one just came off his hand badly.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Again, it's Carr. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Carr above the noise. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off the scoreboard.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Looking down the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down to the air. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Carr. Got his man. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Straight ahead, it's Jordan. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to